With you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure buried in a field, which a person finds and hides again, and out of joy goes out and sells all that he has and buys the field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant searching for fine pearls. When he finds a pearl of great price, he goes and sells all that he has and buys it." The Gospel of the Lord. June the 29th is the feast of the apostles Peter and Paul. And this year, because it fell on a Sunday, I used these few minutes to talk about who was Peter and who was Paul. And I was astounded in the weeks that followed by the number of you who said to me, "You know, Father, I don't know anything about the apostles, and it's not your fault. We just never taught you that." And so, depending upon the gospel over the next several months, I'm going to take these minutes and try to introduce you to each of the 12 apostles. And we'll begin today with Andrew. Andrew was the first of the apostles to be called by Christ. But when he called, he didn't answer Christ. Instead, he went to find his brother, Simon Peter, and said to Simon Peter, "We have found the Messiah." And so both Andrew and Simon Peter followed Jesus. If you read the Gospels carefully, there is always deference to Peter. If you recall, for example, on Easter morning, when Mary Magdalene discovered that the tomb was empty, she went back and told Peter and John, the beloved disciple, and we're told that the two of them ran to the tomb. And because John was much younger than Peter, he got there first. But the gospel tells us he peered inside, but he did not enter. He waited for Peter to come, and Peter was the one who entered first. Andrew and Peter and their father were fishermen. They would have fished during the night using large nets. You've heard me complain about these new translations which we have, which are an abomination, and they change the meaning of everything. In those days, when men went fishing during the night, they didn't wear any clothes. They were naked, and that's recorded in the Gospels. But in the new translation, that word has been mysteriously removed. When Andrew's name is only mentioned once in Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and that is in the listing of the apostles. He's mentioned 3 times in John's Gospel. The first was when he was called. The second is next Sunday, we will read the Gospel account of the multiplication of the loaves and the fishes. We will read it from Matthew. And in Matthew, it says, one of the disciples said to Jesus, "We have a young boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish." In John's Gospel, it says, "And Andrew, brother of Simon Peter, said to Jesus, 'We have a young boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish.'" And John is the only one to identify that disciple as Andrew. And the third account of Andrew is when Philip, who was a Gentile, wanted to meet Jesus. And so he went up to Andrew and asked him if he would introduce him to Jesus. But once again, out of deference to Peter, Andrew goes first to Peter and tells Peter that this Gentile wants to meet Jesus, and Peter and Andrew take him to Jesus. After the Pentecost, we know that Andrew preached in Greece and in southern Russia. Legend has it that he was martyred by crucifixion, but we do not know where, and we do not know where he is buried. He is the patron saint of Greece. He is also the patron saint of Russia. And interestingly, he is the patron saint of Scotland. The great university in Scotland is St. Andrews, and the world-famous golf course in Scotland is St. Andrews Golf Course. And that is really all we know about Andrew. The next time I do this, I'm going to talk about James, about whom we know a great deal more.